All right, so as you can see, you declining this toxic offer or advance from the past will advance you. Kanye West and Miami are relevant. Karmically, this person or entity is meant to watch you grow. The universe wants this person to witness your start to finish. Furthest Thing by Drake is a significant song here. Their doubt is the reason it has to play out this way. So there were conversations, things going on behind the scenes that have solidified and ensured, guaranteed, and promised that something will go a specific way for you, will pan out for you in your life. Something that you cannot see, something that you cannot smell, something that you cannot feel, taste, touch, none of that. Wow. You were hidden in plain sight. Wait, whose voice is that? It's like Bugs Bunny or Rabbit or some shit like that. Okay? Two of Swords, the Empress, Five of Swords, the Devil, and the Lovers. Now, for some of you, this is specifically supposed to be like old romantic connections that were toxic, like, or they just didn't believe, or they tried to paint you out to be the bad guy, or there's something here about people trying to demonize you or not see you clearly for who you are or for what your goals were or something like this here. And I'm hearing this is karmically meant to occur. If you felt rejected in life in general, in whatever phase, yeah, the star, it was karmically meant to occur this way, because look at that. You're the rising star that's going to sneak up on them. Oh, that was a Freudian slip. I just called you the rising star, as the last reading that I just completed was titled Rising Star, Almost Famous. You have to watch that reading, darling. You have to. You just simply have to. For some reason, I'm hearing reasonable doubt, but for some reason you were literally created, birthed, placed here in this world, on this timeline, to be doubted, and then be the living proof as to show these people why they should not have doubted in the first place. Like, you're literally here to teach people this karmic lesson specifically. To not judge a book by its cover, and to never underestimate. And I'm also hearing that song, Nail Upon Cross by Damian Marley. Basically, be careful who you try to deem as unworthy or a sinner or not good enough, because God will use that, your doubt for them, that turned them into this black sheep that's ostracized from society, from family, from work, whatever, to then turn them into exactly what you thought that they could not be. Or to turn them into something that you never, simply you never thought that they could. I'm hearing the word conform. The people never thought that you could conform. They're like, this person will never get their shit together. For some reason, this devil card is standing out to me with this Hanged Man really heavily. People, like, this is like people projecting like, oh, you're gonna be stuck here forever, you're never gonna succeed here, you're never gonna win this, you're never, like, never. They nailed you upon the cross. They hung you up to dry. Five of Wands, and all they did was give the divine the perfect energy, the perfect recipe, the perfect sauce to create a motherfucking disaster in their world. Because when the truth comes out and push comes to shove, that wherever they tried to hang you, it just comes crashing down. Their reality comes crashing down. There's this proud or pridefulness coming through right now. A lot of Leo energy in this specific line here. I'm hearing something about retaliation. Yeah, your public image, your rise is literally going to be retaliation. I'm seeing like dark horse energy. And this horse looks so friendly. Like, it's really going to shock the masses. There's something here very shocking. I'm seeing the moon card in my mind's eye now. Okay, we have the Tower, Judgment, Three of Cups, Ace of Cups, the Magician. And now I'm getting congratulations. I always knew you could do it. I always knew you could succeed. Matrimony. For some of you, this is about people doubting that you would ever get married, or even you doubting that you would ever get married. Or that you would ever find something like commitment worthy, or that you would ever commit to anything, period. Yeah, like people try to write you off as like a disaster, or like a firecracker, or like, but in a negative way, like a lost cause. Exactly. Six of Pentacles, a lost cause. And you're making something of that. It's giving very much black sheep energy here, for sure. Very much giving that. I'm also getting something about a sixth sense. Temperance, Knight of Wands, Six of Swords, Ten of Swords. You are completely oblivious, or at least you are mostly oblivious to these doubts, to these thoughts, to these concepts, to these chains that people are trying to put you in or put you under. Even if you feel like you are aware, even if you feel like you know, like you only know 50 to 70% of the doubts, or it's the magnitude of it. Like you don't even see the magnitude of the doubts that people have in regards to you, your life, the things that you strive for, your goals. Like they're literally just waiting for you to run out of time, energy. They're like, eventually they have to give up. But by the time you give up, your price is going to be up. The only thing that's going to be up about you is your worth, literally and figuratively speaking. Hermit. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles, Hermit, Ten of Wands, Page of Wands, Five of Pentacles. That Page of Wands to that Five of Pentacles said, I told you so. But it said it in the quietest voice. I told you so. Like, I feel like it's going to be silent. This Hermit and this Ten of Wands is saying no one knows what you're going through. They just see what isn't happening and what is happening, and formulating conclusions based on that. And I'm hearing they don't even know the half of it. Just like you don't even know the half of their thoughts, the half of the magnitude of their thoughts. The Hierophant, Four of Cups, Death card, Six of Cups, Four of Pentacles. I'm hearing, watch out world, ready or not, here I come. There's the commitment. Yes. People doubted your ability to commit to a person, place, thing, lifestyle, or something. For some of you, it's not even that you won't commit to a specific thing. For some of you, you're simply committing to yourself, but people don't see that as a commitment. You're committing to something that cannot be seen. Ooh, excuse me. Your commitment goes beyond the five senses. Sixth sense. Thank you. Your commitment goes beyond the five senses. Therefore, the entire story goes beyond the five senses. The entire truth goes beyond the five senses. But people are only using their five senses to perceive what is going on. The world. I'm getting this Knight of Cups in the world. The world was not conceived from the five senses. So people are stupid, quite frankly, for using the limitations of their five senses to know what is and is not possible, to know what is and is not true. If we were in a different world and you tried to conceptualize the idea of planet Earth and all the things that we entail and all the things that we do, no one will be able to fathom it. It's like trying to fathom God or fathom what the afterlife must look like. Your five senses will never be able to align you with the truth. But the sixth sense might. But only a few can tap into that. And how do you tap into that? By tapping into yourself, your true nature, your true essence, knowing who you are. Look at this shiz. Tapping into true happiness, true wealth, a true sense of self in this Nine of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, King of Swords, King of Wands. You know who you are. You stand on that shit and you produce the proof and the profit. I don't know why I wanted to say the proof is in the profit. Profits keep coming up. Like that concept keeps coming up a lot. Profits. And that's not really a term that I like find myself comfortable with utilizing, because it's like, who am I to say, you know, who is and is not? But that term profit is coming up a lot in the collective energy. Okay. Dark Night of the Soul, Transformation, Awakening, Tower, the number 28. And this card knocked the King of Swords specifically. That says, she dug until she... No. She dug caverns in her heart until she found light. They're telling me that you, King of Swords, that's how you dug with that sword. You remove the you remove the dirt, the mud, the muck with the sword, with truth. And when I said remove the mud, it made me think of a lotus flower that blooms in the mud. Number 14, flower child, as I just said, blooming from the mud. Momentum, creativity, action. I hope that over everyone else, you learn to make yourself proud. That's what this sixth sense is all about. If you learn nothing from this reading, it's to follow your sixth sense, that feeling, that inner guidance. Moon set with releasing. There's a need to let go of how you feel. Or not even, I don't want to say let go of how you feel, but there's a need to detach from how you feel. You can feel how you want to feel, but if you dive into these emotions too much and attach to these, if you attach these emotions too much, it will not allow you to tap into this energy. But if you observe how you feel and learn how to utilize that by this dark night of the soul to transform and awaken that energy, then that's when you tap into your magic. This says the Tower. The Tower showed up in this lineup. The Tower, Judgment, the Three of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Magician. There's a big energy coming through here about the balance between your feelings, your thoughts, and other people's feelings and other people's thoughts. Big energy there. Take a risk at the bottom of the deck. Need I say more? No, I think not. What else? I'm hearing something about formulate true thought patterns in the process of releasing. There's a need to observe, examine your emotions at this time and emotional patterns. I'm getting something about an emotional pattern and emotional threads, because you're going to be able to, like, you know how you remove a thread and it can literally be the reason why something unravels completely? That's what you're doing. You're unraveling something at the seams. A false reality or a false truth is unraveling at the seams. Networker. This is also something that you're going to be experiencing in a multitude of ways with multiple people. Like, you're going to find that seam to unravel so that you can apply it across the board. There's like, what is that word? Standards of procedures, standards of operating procedures, something like that, SOPs, so that you can apply this generalized concept to multiple aspects. If you get to the fundamentals of something, the core roots of some sort of truth, you can debunk anything. That's why you're being called to examine, observe, and feel your way through your emotions, but do not attach them, because it's going to lead you to some sort of fundamental foundation on your path to achievement, so that when you come into contact with doubt, worry, stress, concern, you'll already know how to face it, address it, or work with it, or walk away. You're going to know your process. I hope I was able to put that into words accurately. Servant. You see how they're both in the same? Yes. They're like, oh my gosh, how do I put this into words? Oh my gosh. Okay. It's like you come up with a condensed speech to give to everyone that ever tries to doubt you in any way, shape, or form, in any aspect of life. There's something here about like a standard speech or a standard something. There's something like a standardized something that you can give or apply to any situation to kind of like shut them up. And when I say shut them up, I'm talking about energetically. They could talk as much as they want to, but you need to make sure it doesn't penetrate your energetic bounds. You are about to figure out some sort of standard operating procedure so that you can kind of like give people the same speech or the same spiel, and they only know what you allow them to know. This is like, if people ask you like, oh, like, what do you plan to do with this? What are you doing with that? Give everyone the same story. And it shouldn't be, I'm hearing it should be very brief. It should not be from start to finish, none of that. There's something here about a very brief and condensed statement that you can give in just about any given situation to shut it down, to basically say, this is me respectfully moving away from this subject. It's giving Gemini, Virgo energy, Mercury. Like the closing. Like basically, don't ask me about this anymore. Slave, Pisces. Gemini, Virgo, Pisces energy. Professional and secretive. You're tapping into something about that. Angel, Sagittarius. Something that, it's like this SOP, this statement. It's deep, it's profound, but it's simple so that they can think on their own without trying to force you into their thought processes. Because it's none of your concern to try to make things make sense to them. It's none of your concern.